站起来，吃起来，看起来，关起来，绑起来，肿起来，想起来。Do you know the examples of 起来? I have just shown you are 7 different usages of 起来. Chinese with the linguist. Hello and welcome to Laura's channel for learning Chinese. This channel will assist you in overcoming difficulties encountered during your years of learning Chinese. I'll explain Chinese grammar to you in this channel and help you understand it from a linguistic standpoint. I'm hoping that once you've sorted out the tricky bits of Chinese, you can speak more native-like. Before we talk about the usage of 比起来, we need to introduce the original usage of 起来. Originally, a verb, 起来 means to get up or to stand up, and can be used alone. It combines the verb 起 with the direction complement 来. For example, 快点起来 get up quickly or stand up quickly. The term 起来 serves as a direction complement to denote the outcome or state of the preceding verb in the phrase 比起来. We'll look at various varieties of 比起来 today. Okay, here we go. This video collects the 7 types of 比起来. The first one can be used to show an up direction. Type 2 is used to show starting doing something. Type 3 is used to indicate 5 senses. The fourth usage of 比起来 is used to show being isolated. The fifth usage is used to show binding together. The sixth one can be used to show getting more and more. The last usage of 比起来 is used to describe someone getting something or a summary. Now, we're going to look at the first usage of 比起来. 比起来 can be used to illustrate the outcome of the verb's upward motion. 站起来 to stand up. 举起来 to lift up. 拿起来 to pick up. 坐起来 to sit up. 搬起来 to lift up and move. For example, 他站起来 he stood up. When someone shifts from a sitting to a standing position, we say he or she 站起来. 他把杠铃举起来 She lifted up the barbell. She raised the barbell to a high position, which is why we use the verb 举起来 to indicate the shift in the barbell's position from low to high. 他把垃圾拿起来 He picked up the rubbish. He picked up the trash and put it in his bag. When something is moved from a lower to a higher location, 拿起来 is used. 他坐起来了 He sat up. We can say that someone 坐起来 when they move from a lying to a sitting position. 他把包裹搬起来了 He moved the package. When one item is moved from one location to another, the term 搬起来 is used. The second usage of 比起来 is used when one starts doing something. 哭起来 to start to cry. 吃起来 to start to eat. 唱起来 to start to sing. 笑起来 to start to laugh. 忙起来 to start to be busy. 动起来 to get started. 小妹妹哭起来了 The girl started to cry. We can say 哭起来 when someone starts crying after previously not crying. 她坐下吃起来了。She sat down and started to eat. When describing someone starting to eat, the word 吃起来 is used. 她在浴室唱起来。She started to sing in the bathroom. When one starts to sing, we can say 唱起来。听到那件事，她忍不住笑起来。She couldn't help but laugh at the incident. We use 笑起来 to describe someone who suddenly started laughing. 快点动起来 Come on, let's get started. When one requests that another or others begin doing something, the verb 动起来 is used. The third usage of 比起来 is used to describe 5 senses. 看起来 to look like. 听起来 to sound like. 闻起来 to smell like. 尝起来 to taste like. 摸起来 to feel like. 写起来 to write and feel like. 躺起来 to lie on and feel like. 感觉起来 to feel like. 用起来 to use and feel like. 你看起来心情很好 You look in a good mood. 看起来 which in English means to look like, is a term used to describe sight. 这音乐听起来很悲伤 This music sounds very sad. 听起来 which in English means to sound like, is a term used to describe hearing. 闻起来好香哦 It smells good. 闻起来 which in English means to smell like, is a term used to describe smell. 这蛋糕尝起来酸酸甜甜的 This cake tastes sour and sweet. 尝起来 which in English means to taste like, is a term used to describe taste. 她的头发摸起来好滑顺 Her hair feels so smooth. 摸起来 which in English means to feel like, is a term used to describe touch. 这支笔写起来很滑顺 This pen writes very smoothly. The definition of 写起来, which describes how one feels while using a pen, is to feel like. 这张床躺起来很舒服 It's very cozy to lay on this bed. The definition of 躺起来, which describes how one feels while lying on a bed, is also to feel like. The fourth meaning of 闭起来 is to describe something isolated. 关起来 to close or turn off. 锁起来 to lock up. 圈起来 to circle up. 包起来 to wrap up. 闭起来 to close. 收起来 to put away. 封起来 to seal up. 躲起来 to hide. 缩起来 to shrink up. 藏起来 to hide. 犯人被关起来关起来 is used in this sentence to demonstrate how the prisoner's confinement to the jail isolates them from the outside world. 把门锁起来 Lock the door. 锁起来 refers to the act of isolating a building or room's interior from the exterior. 把答案圈起来 Circle the answer. The phrase 圈起来 means the answer or words circled are isolated from the outside of the circle. 把面包包起来 Wrap up the bread. When bread is 包起来 it means it is separated from the outside of the bag. 把眼睛闭起来 Close your eyes. When you 闭起来 you separate your eyes from the outside world. 把书收起来 Put your books away. When you say 收起来 it means that the books are placed in the bag and are separated from the rest of the backpack. 把箱子封起来 Seal up the box. When you use 封起来 it means that we seal the box and separate the inside and outside of the box. 她吓得躲起来 She was scared and hid. Someone who hides himself or herself from view is referred to as 躲起来. The fifth usage of 闭起来 is to describe binding together. 绑起来 to tie up. 加起来 to add it all up. 合起来 to combine or to draw close to each other. 竖起来 to tie up. 并起来 to combine. 她把头发绑起来 She tied her hair up. The phrase 绑起来 is used when things are tied together. 我的和你的加起来有100元 Together, mine and yours total $100. When we say a total number of 2 or more parties, we use the phrase 加起来。我的和你的合起来有100元 Together, mine and yours total $100. The meaning of 合起来 is the same as the previous one, 加起来。The sixth meaning of 闭起来 is to describe something becoming more and more. The first character of this type of 闭起来 is an adjective that then functions as a verb in the phrase 闭起来。肿起来 to swell up. 红起来 to get red. 胖起来 to get fat. 大起来 to get bigger. 暖起来 to get warm. 多起来 to get more and more. 快起来 to become faster. 因为过敏，她的嘴巴肿起来。Her mouth swelled up because of allergies. The character 肿 swollen was originally an adjective. It functions as a verb in this context, combining with 起来 to indicate that the size of the lips increases due to swelling. 因为害羞，她的脸红起来。Her cheeks were flushed with shyness. The character 红 red was originally an adjective. It functions as a verb in this context, combining with 起来 to indicate that the color of her cheeks turned red. 这一年来，她胖起来了。She has put on weight over the year. The character 胖 fat was originally an adjective. In this context, it served as a verb, combining with 起来 to indicate that one is becoming fatter. 她的肚子大起来了. Her belly is growing. The character 大 big was originally an adjective. In this context, it served as a verb, combining with 起来 to indicate that something is becoming bigger. 运动后，身体暖起来了. My body is warming up after exercising. The character 暖 warm was originally an adjective. In this context, it served as a verb, combining with 起来 to indicate a warmer feeling. 时间一到，人就多起来了. When the time comes, more people show up. The character 多 many or much was originally an adjective. In this context, it served as a verb, combining with 起来 to indicate more and more. The seventh meaning of V 起来 is to describe someone recalling something or to introduce a summary or conclusion. 想起来 to come to think of it. 说起来 by all accounts. 总结起来 to conclude. 归纳起来 to sum up. 现在我想起来了. Now I remember. The character 想 is a verb which means to think. When combined with 起来, it denotes the recall of something previously forgotten. 说起来，他帮了我很多忙. In that regard, he was extremely helpful. The character 说 is a verb, which means to say or to speak. When combined with 起来, it means in short in English and can lead a conclusion. 总结起来，我还不够努力. In conclusion, I haven't tried hard enough. The verb 总结 means to conclude. When combined with 起来, it means in conclusion and can lead a conclusion, similar to 说起来. 把书中重点归纳起来，会提升学习效率. Summarizing key points from the book will improve learning efficiency. The verb 归纳 means to generalize or to sum up. When combined with 起来, it means to summarize or to conclude. In the example, which is a 把 sentence, 把书中重点归纳起来. 书中重点 key points in the book is the undergoer. 会提升学习效率 is the result if one follows the method. 把书中重点归纳起来. If you have trouble understanding this section, watch the video several times and go over it again to learn how to use compound direction complements in every situation. I believe you will be successful in controlling them. The next issue we are going to talk about is reverse character pairs, part 1, correlated meanings. This first part will be discussed in the following issue, and there are pairs in which their two characters have been reversed and have correlated meanings. If you want to learn more about this issue, please follow my channel and watch my next video on next Wednesday. Please subscribe and share this video with your friends if you want to learn more about Chinese syntax, phonetics, phonology, morphology, semantics, or pragmatics. I'll make more videos to help you sound more like a native Chinese speaker. I'll upload my videos on Wednesdays. Thank you for sticking with me until the end. See you again soon.